thought to myself, Sam's going to love this. Liverpool linked with a move for Leicester City's Dewsbury Hall. Are you excited about that?
Oh my God. Of course, I'm not excited about that, Terry. For fuck's sake, man. I can't believe this is a thing. I genuinely cannot believe this is a thing. This is just listen, this is the result of our unseriousness this transfer window. And this is what this club deserve to be linked with because of us waiting this long to actually deal with it. The club currently is a mess because we don't have a DM. It's the 4th of August. We still only signed Szoboszlai and McAllister, which is, of course, not good enough. And, we're here once again doing the whole Liverpool civil war thing on fan base fighting all the time on Twitter, on social media, everywhere. You've got, of course, the fake positive people trying to be positive all the time, for clicks, because with the Liverpool fan base, it's positivity gets you views, not negativity. And my thing is, like, I look at the situation we're in right now, and it's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's a mess, and we're unprepared. And the worst thing is, if me and Terry go out, and Terry falls into a mud, like a mud circle, without seeing it, I'm gonna blame him the first time because he didn't see it. If he falls into it the second time, it's even worse. So last year we made this mistake. We were unprepared. We were unready. Blah blah blah. This season we're doing the same exact mistake again. The same exact mistake again. No readiness, no urgency. We're just sat here like just messing around. And this is exactly why we try to protest the owners with the whole FSG outplaying thing. This is exactly why we take this whole FSG thing seriously, because they're the reason why we cannot be successful fully. We cannot have sustainable success. And it's just pathetic, to be honest with you. Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall to try rebuild Liverpool, try win a league title, try win a Champions League. Are you mad? Dewsbury Hall.
Mate, when I saw it, I hate Liverpool with a passion, but I'm feeling sorry for you all. You started the summer off, balls in China shop, McAllister in, Szoboszlai in, linked to Thuram, Kone, Lavia. Nothing. I'm not going to focus too much on your performances in pre-season because I think there's elements of positivity from them, but I think people often take too much stock in them. But you haven't improved the squad enough. And again, I still think you'll make it into the top 5 in Champions League next year, but not challenging for the Premier League. You're starting off with failure straight away. And there's a super chat for you here from Tron. It says to Sam, why are FSG trying to sabotage the season? Protest when?
I'm going to speak to Kurdish and we're going to organize the FSG out plane once again. The engines are ready, folks. The engines are ready. I'm thinking we might even do it Stamford Bridge. We might even do it Chelsea away. Even if it's not at Anfield, we might do it there anyway because it still sends the message regardless. So it's either going to be first home game of the season or the Chelsea game. But listen, look, it's crystal clear when you have to blame Klopp and when you have to blame ownership. We've already known because Terry has done thumbnails with Bellingham. He's done thumbnails with Chouamani. He's done thumbnails with Barella. He's done thumbnails with Caicedo. He's done thumbnails with Lavia. So the step after that is what we're worried about. Dewsbury Hall, Ward-Prowse. It keeps going worse and worse. There's Sanderberg coming as well. So the levels keep going lower. And we know. Oh, there you
are. Bro, do you know what's crazy about it as well? You know as well as I do, communist Merseyside, if you sign Dewsbury Hall, you know they're going to spin it into a positive, don't you? You know that you know it's going to all be spun.
They'll use Henderson as an example. They'll use Henderson as an example. We signed Henderson from Sunderland and he was one of our greatest ever captains. How do you know that Dewsbury Hall is blah, blah, blah? You need to trust our manager. Do you know more than Klopp? Do you know more than FSG? Have you ever been to Anfield? Fuck off and go support Man City. I already know the 4 replies I'm going to get. Same exact ones.
No, mate, I hear you. I think it's crazy. Natty here says, Sam, how likely is it that you guys get a DM and centre back if a good enough standard by the end of the window? FSG would have swindled you, man, again if not.
I mean, I don't know how likely it is because we are pretty unserious. We are pretty unserious currently as things stand. And I don't know, man. Like, how can I even answer that question based on how Liverpool has behaved in the transfer windows over the last 12 months? I can't give you a for certain answer. I really can't because it doesn't look like we're moving seriously. It doesn't look like we're doing this the right way. So would
Bro,
we sign it off a
sorry.
standard to maybe challenge for the league? I'd say probably not. So you could expect us to sign these two players, but probably projects.
Yeah, I don't see. Listen, Lavia is a project player. I think he's going to be brilliant. And there's talk of United getting involved in the deal. And if we signed him, I'd be happy. I'm not trying to slag him off. But I tried talking about this yesterday. I can't think of an 18, 19-year-old DM in the history of the Premier League, in fact, the history of top-flight European football in my lifetime, who's been able to lead a giant club's midfield to major titles in their first season, in only their second season as a pro. And the viewers yesterday tried to tell me Busquets did it. And that's a good example. However, Busquets in his first two seasons had Xavi, Iniesta, Yaya Toure, and Keita, the good Keita, around him. That is not what Lavia is going to have. He's going to have fairly inexperienced players around him, a croc Thiago, an aging backline, and Premier League football to contend with. So, yeah, look, it's looking a little bit techie for your title hopes next year now for Liverpool, especially after such a good start to the window. And with Henderson going, you're thinking, right, we can really move on. And, I mean, look, there's still just under 4 weeks of the window to go, but it's not great. Gun Away here says, so Sam went from signing all our stars to being linked with Dewsbury Hall. Ha, ha, ha. And another
Gunaway, I've already explained it last time, but I know the Arsenal fans sometimes your thick skulls can't absorb information. I said if we had money, we could lure any player other than Man City players to our football club. So you need to understand sometimes what I'm saying. Our problem is monetary, not pull, dumbass. But thank you for the super chat.
And Man United, I don't think you could lure our players away because of the clubs.
And vice, of course.
Of course, and vice versa. And that's in fairness, that goes without saying. Yeah, it's one of them. It's like someone said to me, "Oh, we need to get someone like Salah at Man United." I went, "We've got no chance of getting Salah. Like he would never, ever play for us."
We can't get Rashford at Liverpool either.
No, exactly. It's just that thing. The only time we ever sign each other's players is if there's a club in between. Paul Ince and Michael Owen are the only two I can think of that in my lifetime have played for both. Maybe
remember when we really tried to sign Gabriel Heinze? And
that was mate. And in
fairness, we actually tried it while he was at United as well.
And Fergie did make an inquiry for Steven Gerrard. I don't know why he did that, but he did.
He did.
And I mean, what I mean is he was a very, very good player. I know why he did it, but honestly, that's like me phoning up Beyonce right now and asking for a date. You just know what the answer is going to be. Do you know what I mean? You'd never take Martinelli from us. He is the GOAT, is what Carl Smith says here.
Come on, man. Come on, please stop it. If just like, hey, in the words of Monty, one phone call from Jurgen Klopp, he'd be a Liverpool player, but we can't afford them. That's the problem. Do we have 100 million to spend? No, we don't. So that's the issue. The issue ain't Martinelli coming to Liverpool, but big up, Martin. Yeah. I do expect at some point in his career he might end up at Liverpool, Martinelli.
Do you know what I look? Maybe. Do you know what I look at? I mean, the Italians have said you did. The British press have been quiet. They always protect you guys so much. But you guys should have gone in for Amrabat, man. Amrabat should have been the guy that you lot went for. But by all accounts, he said no. Like, it's honestly a beautiful thing. You need Amrabat. He's available, but he rejects you from Man United. The story, Hassam, it's poetic. I'm loving it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a thing.
We never made a bid for Amrabat or like we spoke. We never spoke to the guy either. I don't think
you didn't get that far. You didn't get that far.
He hasn't been a guy. Even in the January window, there was quote unquote rumors that we might look into him. We never looked into Amrabat. You try to use it like it's Nunes and Gakpo. It isn't like Nunes and Gakpo.
Bro, yours is
Nunes and
worse.
Gakpo
Yours is
chose
worse.
Liverpool over Man United. It's
No, he
different.
did. Yeah, no, and yours is worse. Gakpo and Nunes were, yeah, I'd love to join Man United. Liverpool came along. Which one do you want? Oh, United. I'm going to go with Liverpool. In this circumstance, you lot didn't even get to speak to Amrabat. He just went, no chance.
I can't believe you actually believe that, Terry. You're much better than this. You're much better than this. You know Amrabat would be a Liverpool player right now if we wanted him. Come on, man.
No, I don't. I disagree. I think Man United have got more pulled than you, and we're a better team than you right now as well. So
no, you don't. No, you don't.
We have more pull. We have more pull than Liverpool. We're Manchester United.
Listen, don't do the whole Johnny FX thing, please. Come on, don't do the whole Man United. Come on, man.
Anton here says one call from Klopp and Colwell signed a 7-year deal.
That Colwell thing was so different, man. It was so different. Out of nowhere, the guy just, I think he was promised game time. That's the thing, because his whole problem was game time, and he did end up staying because of game time. So yeah.
No, I hear you on that. We have the best front five in the league. We might concede, but we are going to score more. We are dangerous this year, is what Sean says. I think Sean's a Liverpool fan when he says that.
Sean, we're dangerous both ways. We're dangerous going forward, and we're dangerous at the back because we can't defend. So, I'm trying to stop one form of danger. There's positive danger, there's negative danger. I'm trying to stop the negative danger. So, for me, the defense, what's happening with the DM position, the center back, it's just pathetic, and there's no excusing it. All this, we're going to score more than the opposition. It's not basketball, with all due respect. It's not like I'm going to outscore you and win. And even in basketball, which is like a sport like that, still the teams that have a good defense actually win titles. So, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, man. You're just never going to progress as a club if you just try to outscore everyone. You need a good defense. You need a solid defense.
Yeah, we saw that Liverpool started that way under Klopp, and he had to abandon it because it's entertaining. It makes you look great. You'll get a lot of plaudits on Match of the Day and sort of the pundit shows, but you will not. You absolutely will. And I don't even mean this as a disrespect. You will not win major titles playing like that. Nobody ever has. So it's one of them things where it's a case of like, you have to have that strong defense. That's going to be interesting to see how it kind of pans out and how it sort of looks moving forward. I'm going to stay with Liverpool, but we are going to go to Tottenham very soon and Man United, Bayern Munich, Kane. But I wanted to ask, do you think the pressure's getting to Jurgen Klopp a bit? Because this video has emerged of Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool fans yesterday. Viewers, take a little listen and have a little look.
I don't have time, actually. And you have to hold the fucking...
Oh, sorry, Klopp.
That's really always been...
So he says he hasn't really got time. He's signing a shirt for the fans, and then the fans aren't holding the shirt properly. And he says to his own fans, you have to effing hold the shirt as well. Do you think that's a bit wrong from your manager? Like, I know he's under pressure. I know it's pre-season, but swearing at your fans like that, surely that can't be acceptable.
There is no way you guys are cry-arsing over Klopp having to tell us what to hold the fucking shirt in the proper place. Come on, but we cannot be that sensitive as football fan. You know what I find crazy? 20 years ago, managers probably said 100 times more worse things, but because it was never recorded on a phone, no one said anything. All Klopp said was, "You have to hold the fucking shirt." That's it, and then everyone's bad. Like,
So you're saying you're fine with your manager swearing at young children, fans, young fans, children.
He told them to
he
fucking
swear at them. He does swearing.
No, he didn't say, "Fuck you, hold the shirt." He said, "Hold the fucking shirt." That's not swearing at them.
So if I meet your mum or your mum, right, and she does something, and I say, "No, hold the fucking phone that way," right?
You never meet my mum, so that's how
you wouldn't say, "Don't swear at my mum like that." Of course you would.
Of course I would, but that's different. That's different. That's family.
Yeah, well, someone's children. Like, honestly, if Klopp said that to my kid, I'd be jibbing him in the mouth. I'd be giving him a little jab.
Klopp is stressed because he's not getting backed. That's why Klopp is stressed.
No, I know. That's what I think it is. I think he's really stressed. And I don't think it's that deep on a real level. I'm just joking, but you can see the stress levels in Jurgen Klopp, like swearing at last year, calling you idiots online. Do you remember? Now he's swearing at fans. The man's under pressure. He's under pressure. What I noticed
Last
is what-
summer I blamed him. Last summer I
Mm.
did, but I don't think this summer specifically, I don't think he deserves blame because he's publicly actually come out, because this is something that people have criticized him for. He's publicly come out and said we need players. He's publicly come out and said it's like it looks like we need a DM and a center back. He said it both, like he said both positions that we need publicly. And we look at the targets that we've been linked with from the start of the window compared to now. It's showing you that the standard is coming down, not because of him wanting to drop down the standard, because of him not being backed. So that's the problem, man.
No, I hear you. Like I get his frustration. I get the pressure that he's under. I do get that. It's going to be very, very intriguing to see how it kind of pans out for him. There's no doubt about it.